I haven't had wine in a long time. Actually, false. I had wine this weekend. I haven't had wine in like 3 days, which feels like a long time.
For this bottle, it was probably like 2 weeks for me, but for like a normal person, that's probably 6 months.
2 weeks? That's a very long time. Just wine or booze in general?
Just wine. Of course I drink booze. We're back. One-on-one, me and Titch. I saw a video today of the people that get in shark cages and just basically sit there in the water doing nothing, hoping that they don't get attacked by sharks. That's basically what they do.
Cage divers, right?
Cage divers,
I don't think there's like another term.
I saw a video of a cage diver where the shark opened up the fucking cage, went into the cage with the guy, got fucking trapped. Sharks are the scariest things in the world. That's like my worst nightmare. I feel like that's anybody's worst nightmare. Maybe aside from snakes. Not only do you have to worry about getting eaten by a shark, you have to worry about drowning as well. And to make things worse, you're trapped in a really fucking small room with the shark.
It's very funny when you watch the video. Crazy initial reaction is the shark like bent the metal cage and got in. You don't know that there's somebody in the cage until the end of the video,
right,
where he like surfaces. There's a couple guys that like try to keep reaching into the water to like
I thought one guy was gonna dive in.
Those guys don't care about their friend that much. If you really cared about your buddy, you're diving into the shark tank to get him out. They were fine with him just going. If you're on a shark excursion or whatever, everybody knows that you have like a harpoon or like a big stick with a point at the end of it.
That even?
Don't you just fucking eat the shark and get your friend?
I feel like a harpoon is so obsolete.
Straight from like Moby Dick.
That's the equivalent of like a cannon, but in the water.
It's the sailor's cannon.
Yeah.
I heard that guy like that was actually in the cage is a professional shark diver or whatever. He just laid at the bottom of the cage and just like waited for the shark to fucking spin around a bunch and then leave the cage. Like he didn't freak out at all. If that's me down there, my body just goes like, and I fucking pass out and I die. Yeah. My body kills myself before I have to get chomped by a great white.
Whenever anything like this comes up, a video like this, I always think, what would I do in that situation? Being able to think about it, what would I do? How you survive this is you grab that fucking dorsal fin and you ride that motherfucker.
Grip and hold and just ride the wave.
Just fucking ride it, man.
Cage diving, like shark cage diving, it's such a white person thing to do. You will never see a black guy in a shark cage.
I've never thought about that before you just said that, but I feel like that's just so true.
Same thing with like bungee jumping, like jumping out of skydiving, like it's just white people activities, like just bored white people that don't know what to do with their time, so they try to do these crazy fucking things.
I'm just so not that person. I'll analyze the situation. I'm like, is there a risk with this? Yes? No. I'll never do it.
The pros and cons of me getting into a cage with fucking sharks everywhere. Pro, I see a shark in the water. Con, the shark comes into my cage and rips me to shreds.
Right, I'm dead.
I think one outweighs the other.
It's also 2016. We have drones. We have cameras. Why do you have to get in the water? Why are you getting in a cage and putting yourself on display to a shark, and then you're putting fucking chum in the water and trying to attract sharks, so you're just fucking with them. You're making them hungry. You're making them want to eat something. Your outline looks like a delicious seal. You're just sitting there when you could just have a drone do it. You could just put a camera in the water. You could probably put a camera on the side of your boat. Why are you getting in the water in 2016? That's crazy.
You know, people say like, oh, sharks aren't here to attack humans. They're looking for their prey. Dude, evolution is going to tell sharks to eat fucking humans because we're dumb enough to go in the fucking ocean. If we're dumb enough as a fucking species to go specifically into the water to play with great whites and learn about them and like taunt them and bring them in, they're going to realize these are fucking like sitting ducks that I can just chomp on, and then we become part of their food chain. Anytime a human gets eaten by a shark, that's because of us.
I don't even like just swimming in the ocean because there's that small possibility that there's a fucking shark there and it's just not worth it. Plus the salt.
Also, the kelp shit that gets caught around your feet. Nothing is grosser in life than getting those weird kelpy like pods under your feet and your toes and your hands, and you try to chuck them and they just get stuck all over your body. Like, oh my god, even the thought of that right now is giving me like the fucking heebie-jeebies.
Anything that touches you in the water, that's slimy. That's just gross.
It's very scary. And speaking of scary, I'd like to talk to you about something that's been pretty scary in the news lately.
What's that?
We're talking clowns.
How did that start? Who? Because this has to be a brotherhood. This has to be some type of cult or clan. Who's the ringmaster? Who's that guy? Who started this?
So I'll just preface this with saying social media is going crazy. It's gone viral, like people dressing up as clowns, walking around college campuses or in towns, in the woods, wherever it may be, and it's gone worldwide. I think it's a marketing campaign. I would not be surprised if a horror movie is coming out around Halloween that we don't know about, really scary movie that's clown-based, where a marketing team said, like, hey, we'll hire this team to do this in a bunch of different locations in hopes that it goes viral because other people will catch on, and that's free publicity, free marketing when it just goes viral and everybody wants to be funny and a part of a trend. I'm 100% sure this is a marketing campaign for something. I don't know what it is, maybe a movie, but it's 100% marketing, and it's fucking working. It is the best scheme I've ever seen.
I didn't know that we were going to talk about clowns. That's the first time I've ever heard that take. I agree with you 1,000%, and I know exactly who is behind it. You figured out what's happening. I can tell you who's doing it. I read an article probably 2 months ago. Ringling Brothers. Ringling Brothers is changing up their whole game plan to become more appealing to millennials. And what better way to associate the circus than with clowns? And that's exactly what is happening right now. There should be a law. If you do this, if you dress up like a clown and you try to scare people, if somebody murders you, they can't be charged with murder. If I walk out my front door and there's a fucking clown on my deck, that clown, I'm going to kill that clown.
This is honesty hour between you and I right now. Honesty hour. You see a clown, you go forward or you go away. I'm going away 9 times out of 10.
If I'm in the woods, away. Away. If it's my house, on my property, I'm taking that fucker down.
This is my thing with this whole clown thing. Like, people go, oh, it's so scary, clowns walking around everywhere. That's not the concern for me. The concern for me is grown-ass people, like, putting face paint on and just standing in the middle of the fucking woods. The mental, like, state of America where that's what people do, put on clown paint and stand in the woods by themselves in hopes to get footage, is bananas. That's fucking crazy. These people need to be they need to be institutionalized. They need to be, their brains need to be shocked with fucking electricity to recreate it into a normal brain, because this does not make sense. A normal person does not do that.
Nobody is afraid of the clowns. I mean, maybe there are people that are afraid of clowns, but what's scary is the person in the clown suit. You will just dress up like a murdering clown and you just walk around in the woods by yourself hoping that somebody sees you and then you'll think it's funny. You're fucking crazy. You're either on some crazy fucking drugs, methed out or something. Fucking batshit crazy.
I feel like those people that are doing that are the same type of people that kind of like kill cats and like guinea pigs when they're grown up. They torture hamsters.
Yep. Definitely. You know what's kind of weird?
I don't know. What's that?
What's kind of weird is when we were growing up, we kind of tortured our cat.
I think you tortured the cat more than I did.
That is so... Dude, I was so much younger than you. I wouldn't have done it if you weren't doing it. Every bad thing I did growing up was because of you and, like, your friends.
I take offense to that statement. You saw me and my friends maybe doing some stuff, and then you kind of ran with it. You said, I see them doing this thing, whatever it is, but in my own mind, I'm going to switch it up, and I'm going to do it my way. And your way was kind of fucked up.
I mean, I can't argue with that. But the initial idea... You know, I'm an ideas man. I spitfire. When something catches you, it's not my fault how you take it. I'll take it right to the limit.
Exactly. So that shows you what type of person you are. You just figured yourself out right there.
Yeah. You learn a lot of things about yourself on this show. Learn a lot about yourself. Learn a lot about other stuff. What's up with the stuff? But yeah, Titch, good to have you back. It's good to be back. We had a little hiatus, a little summer break in the fall. We're back full force, so subscribe to our channel. Let's grow that Twitter base. Follow us, retweet us. Huge. Make us huge.
Subscribe. Comment. Like.
Good topics.